Hi, 1 and 2-year-old leaders. We are preparing for June 7th as we get ready to launch Follow the Leader. Thank you so much for joining us as we regather as a church with our kids, especially. We have missed you guys and seeing you in person. Thank you for your prayers and for your words of encouragement. We're going to continue to pray and grow together as a church family and find ways that we can serve in our community to share the love and message of Jesus. What we get the opportunity to do in this series called Follow the Leader is we get to look at all of the things that we've been learning in the past that helps lead to Jesus being in man person. Remember, from the beginning of time, God made the promise that he was going to make a way. The man didn't have to be separated from him anymore as a result of sin in the garden. And so what we get to see in the next few weeks is that man Jesus become man Jesus, but fully God at the same time. Our whole series, we're going to be looking at how Jesus was fully God and fully man at the exact same time. This was not a separation. They were never separated from each other. Jesus from birth was always fully man, always fully God. So let's jump into our lesson for today. Today's lesson is called From Adam to Jesus. And what we're going to be looking at is essentially like that whole big story is how from Adam, God made that promise that Jesus was going to come and be the one that helped bridge the gap. So in your small group times today, we're going to be doing things just a tiny bit different. When you get in your classrooms, you will notice there's a little less in there to have to maneuver around, and that was intentional. With all of the regulations that we have studied and understood, we are doing our best to keep clean, safe environments, and to be able to do that best, we needed to have less things that we needed to deep clean every single day of the week because our church building is used most every day of the week. So as you get into your classroom, you'll notice that is one of the changes. The other one to note is we will no longer be serving snacks or drinks to kids as an organized activity. If a parent absolutely needs us to, obviously with the littler ones, we can do that, but since we just have them for an hour, we felt like that was something that we could continue to organize a little differently so that we are making sure that there's not a lot of hands touching a whole lot of food or a whole lot of anything right now in this season. So those two are your biggest changes. Other than that, everything else that you've been doing is going to be there for you. All of the curriculum we typically plan for you will be in your classrooms ready for you to go. The only thing we ask that you do is when you are done with your service, box up everything you have touched that day and put it outside your door, and we will put it away for you and get ready for the next service where they have their own boxes of toys and activities that are available to them as well. All right, so your activity for today, if you choose. Now we realize with the little ones, as we are minimizing touch points, that if you wanted to spend more time playing music with them, sitting and reading a book that we have provided with them, please do as many teacher-directed activities as you can to entertain them for that 1 hour during the day. And so, but we are also going to provide you with the small group activities if you choose to do that. And our activity for today is called My Thumbprint Family. And as you guessed, they're going to use their thumbs, and you can do this one kid at a time, so you don't have to pick up a lot of kids and move them around. And they could actually stand at the table and just do this. And so, or do it on the floor with them if you'd like. put a finger on the stamp pad and then put it on the piece of paper. There are wet wipes available for you to clean hands with. And then if they want to color, there are individually packaged crayons in every single room, and those are one-time use only. So at the end of the day, if you'd like to staple that or tape that to their activity page so they can take their crayons home, they are welcome to do that. We should have plenty to make it through the summertime, but we do not have to share. And then your memory verse should be fairly familiar to you. It's from John 1, 1 and 2. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Now, your sign language for this might feel confusing, and this was intentional because what we want kids to see is that every time the word is talked about, that is Jesus. So we're going to do the sign for Jesus every time in this part of the scripture that we hear the word word. And so your sign language for this one is in the beginning was the word. And so we're going to draw a world. In the beginning was the Word, and Word is Jesus, the sign for Jesus. You're going to point to where the nail scars would have been in his hands. And the Word was with God. Again, Jesus is God. And the Word was God, Jesus again. And then verse 2 is he was with God. This is your sign for God. He was with God in the beginning. And so pretty much you have three signs. Drawing a circle for the world. That's not the actual sign, but it'll be simpler for kids to do. So a circle for the world, Jesus, and God. So that's the letter, I think it's G. And so you're pointing to God and then bringing that down in front of you. Point to God and bring that down in front of you. God. All right. And then you can pray with your kiddos and send them home. You will also have coloring pages. If you'd like the kids to sit on the floor and color, they are welcome to do that. In the 2-year-old room, you guys can sit at the table as many times in the 1-year-old room as we can not have to pick up a kid. Now, please, I'm not telling you don't pick up a kid, but I'm telling you if there was an option of to pick up a kid or not to pick up a kid, sit down on the floor and play close to them. Let them play around you. So I'd like for you guys to dress so that you can be on the floor and be with the little ones. If you have any questions or any concerns at any point, please feel free to reach out to me. I hope you have watched your other video to know some of the things that we're asking you to do. I need you to be there early because we need to do a screening procedure. And then the other thing is to be aware, and we would like for you to self-screen. So if there are any symptoms in your household, you or anybody else in your household that looks like they might be ill with the virus, please let us know. We will find you a sub so that you can take care of yourselves, and we will pray that you get well very quickly. Thank you so much for leading. We look forward to seeing you guys. I'll see you soon.